Election screen as well. Okay, let's see. Meanwhile, I'll just give you a small workflow, like what are the things which we are going to discuss. Okay, so first what I'm doing is I'll just create one app. So already we have project, right? So in that, I'm just going to create one employee app. So in this one, I'm going to see different things. So one is how to you get the data. That means get the data. This is one app. So this is the what we're doing is CURD operations we are going to do. That means create, read, update, delete all the changes through HTML page. How we can do that? So till now we have seen how to do that in shell as well as the MySQL directly. But now today let's see how we can do all this. The get, that means get the data, and it's like create the data. That means create the employee data and going to see update the same ones and delete. So how we can do that? First of all, let's see how we can get the data only this on this part. Now let's see. Before that, let me create one app for that. So let me activate the virtual environment. See, sorry, this is easy code. Okay, I don't know what I just was command prompt only. Okay. CD, what is that? SLP. Okay. CD SLP scripts. Okay, somewhere did I miss something? CD SLP slash scripts. Next, activate. Virtual environment is activated. Okay, come back. Your actual folder, like project folder. So CD apply. Okay, fine. Now we are in this one. Okay, now here just create one app. So you got already know like how to create the app, right? So using start app. So here emp data. I'm just giving like this. So employee name, employee data. So the app is going to create employee data. This is one I read. Yeah, this one. So I'm going to minimize everything. Okay, see. Now in this employee data, I'm going to do all the changes. That is the code operations. Create, read, update, delete, everything. Let's see. Meanwhile, first of all, we have to import these URLs. So first go to your main project folder. This is the main project folder here. Settings. Just register your application. What is that? A new one. So emp data. Yeah, it's good. Next, create the URLs. Path. So we'll just give emp data. So these are our main path. So next, include. We have to give that employee data. Sorry, under. Sorry. So emp data dot URLs. Okay. Now we have done everything. So we don't want need these settings on. So just save it, close it. Sorry guys. Yeah. Now just come under model. So first of all, when you're creating any new app, first we have to always create with the database. That is the models we have to do that. So just create a class. Class and emp data. Okay, let it be emp data. That's fine. So now here we have to import the model. So whenever going to create any models, first we have to inherit the classes. That is the model class. So models dot unmodel. This is the model we have to inherit. So here you can declare the static variables. Say what is the employee first name, last name, email ID, phone number. These four things we'll just do that. So emp f name, I'll just give like this. Emp first name. So this is the models dot. This is the character field. So character field. Whenever you are working with these models, we have to always give the maximum length. So that is the maximum length will go to the SQL, right? So here we have to give maximum length equals to, let it be always 20 only. I don't want to give more than that. Emp last name. Sorry. Start again. It is a char field. Maximum length it could be almost 5. I don't want to give more than that. Next emp email ID. Models dot again char field only. We'll just take that. It's fine. Maximum length could be 30. Sorry. Mail IDs. Okay, fine. Next, emp number. This is the integer field. We'll just take that. So so integer field, you don't need to specify the length. Okay. Fine. So only character fields we have to give the maximum length in the SQL. Okay, now we have done everything. So in models we have created class. Okay, now it will deal with the database. Okay, fine. Now copy the URLs from any page. Okay, else first later we'll see. Now we'll just go to views. We have to create the views. That means first we're going to get the data. First we'll do that, read the data. That means get the data, we'll just do that. So here I'm going to create one function, def read employee data. This I'm just giving like this. So instead of that, let me emp data. Now this one looks good, right? To read also. Request. So here I'm going to create one object. Why? Because I need to get the data from the database. So I need to call that function, right, from the model. So for that, I have to create the one object. So here, emp data. I'm giving like this emp data as like get emp data. Sorry, something has happened. Okay, get emp data. So an object. So first we have to import the models. So from emp data. So from this app dot models, import everything. We have only one class, so we can just directly I'll select like this. Okay, fine. Now what is the class name? Emp data. Okay, emp data. So here, instead of directly like this, now we have to call the objects, right? We have to get everything object. So here, after class dot object. So always from the database, if you're fetching that, it is always objects only. Here, we'll just fetch everything. Why? Because in the HTML page, it should display everything. So that's why I'm just giving, like I'm just calling the all function. Okay, everything is done. Now render the request. That is render the HTML page. Now return render off. Okay, see now. Here a request will just pass, and here HTML page will go. Here my dictionary will go. The dictionary. So here, because I'm directly passing the dictionary here itself, I don't want to create one dictionary variable and pass this one. Okay, here emp or it's like data. Just give like this data colon and just pass the object here. What is the object here? This object pass the dictionary value. This one. Save it. Everything is good. Now we have to create the HTML file, right? So here the template we have to create. So under this my HTML, I'm going to create my HTML template, the folder, and just employ data dot HTML page. This is the one we'll just create. It is not there. Okay, fine. It is not there. Okay. So one view is done. Now create the HTML page. Just select that inside the folder. Just select this one. Otherwise, if you select this one means it will create in this main folder. Just I want to create in this HTML. Just select that folder. Click on this one. So what is that? emp data.html is already existing. Let's see where it is. It is not. Okay, it is there. Okay, sorry. Let me change that into, yeah, read emp data. Is good. We'll just do that. Okay. Read emp data.html. Okay, fine. Now just copy any from page, this normal ones, copy that, close that HTML page. We here employee information. Just giving. So this title will display on the browser headings. Here in the here you have right the HTML this one's tabs and it will show on the title. So anyways that we'll discuss in the HTML page. Okay, for now. So here I'm going to create one table, guys. So because I want to display the data as in the table format. So here I'm going to take table tag. So table. So here table close. So first open the table tag. So for a few tags we have to close the tags. For few tags we don't need to close the tags. So here after that I'm going to give the border. So because it borders we should look right. So have that. I'm just giving one option border equals to 2. I'll just take 2. Now this table is created successfully. Now if you simply copy this path, don't do anything. I'm just simply what I'm just show you what it is happening. This one. See, simply there is a small dot is there. So for that, instead of that, we'll just try to create the heads. That is the columns. First name, last name, EMP name, everything. Right? That's one. We have to use called T head. This is the one tag. So open the tag and close the tag again. T head. So here you need to give the column names. So employee name, employee number, everything. That is when you have to call here. That is called th. That is the first one, right? Always we have to give only th tags only. Anyways, we'll discuss that in always in HTML only again. For now, just see, copy that. So here, let me give it's like no. First we'll take ID. It's just like general ID. It will create automatically when you're working with models. It will create automatically. That is ID. Next, copy paste the same thing. Total 4 columns, right? Okay. Now, EMP first name, EMP last name, EMP email, EMP number. Okay, fine. Now I created the table folder. That is the column, right? Now we need to fetch the data. So next one, so here we have written the head, right? That is the columns. Next one, we have to write in the table data. In this one, we have to write in the table data. Next, we have to open this TR, first of all, sorry, TR, that is the table row. In the table row, we have one row, each row is there, right? So here we have to just open the TR tag. Now here, just open the TD tags. So in this TD tags, each row, just take some Excel or it's like, okay, let me, for now, I'll just save this file till here and just refresh. We have, right? We have this table, right? This is like one table data. This is the table data. Single cell is called table data. So TR is like, it will consider the complete line. It is complete row is for TR tag. So next TR tag here, we have to open the for loop. Why? Because we can't say that we have only one record. We can have multiple records in our database, right? So for that, to fetch each single record, we have to use for loop over here. So you guys know how to write the for loop, right? This is the Jinja syntax. So here, just take EMP, one object for loop in. So what is the key name here under views? This one, data. This key name that you need to pass. Data. Okay, fine. Next, whenever you open for loop, just close that for loop. End for loop. Next, inside the for loop, we have to declare the data. That is the called table data tag. Table data, open that and close the table data. Okay, here you need to pass the syntax variable. Guys, remember double flower braces and we pass the variable name, right? So here just open the double flower braces. Inside of this, here you need to pass emp dot. So now, if you just directly pass emp means it will pass the complete query. That is the complete details because we need to pass the single column like that means here. It is that here under ID, I need to pass emp dot ID of. So next one emp dot first name. So where I'm getting is here from models. So what is the same name you have to pass here? Here emp dot emp first name. You have to pass these values. empf name. So how you going to how you declared the values in this one? We have to do the same thing. Okay, this is fine. Next, copy. Okay, sorry, I forgot to give this ID. First one is ID. Okay, the first one is next name. This is the last name, and this is the employee email. Next one is EMP number. Number are like full form we have given. Num. Okay. Okay, fine. Now see. If you just copy and if you just run this one, it will just give the same syntax as well. See. So in this first one, we'll going this one, right? First EMP name, everything, right? And when you run this HTML page through Django, it will replace all this one. It will display the data. It will take from the data and it will display here. Now, okay, we have created the HTML page and we create the views and we create the models. Okay, now just create the URLs inside the app, right? So now just take any URLs from any page, just copy and paste it here. Now just remove this from your app, the one which you are working, app data dot models. Views. Views. Import star. Okay, fine. Now here we'll just use employee. Okay, employee data. Just give that path slash comma. So what is the function name? Read emp data. We just created successfully. Okay, fine. So what are the things we have done? Models is done, views is done, and URLs is done, and HTML path, everything is done, right? Okay. Now before that, let me first migrate this one. Why? Because we need to create the table in the database, right? So just go here, make migrations. Okay, now run that migrations. Python manage.py, make migrations. So this will generate the SQL page. So SQL queries. So now it is everything is fine. Okay, this is warnings only. Forget about this warning. If you have any errors or something like that, then only you can deal with that. Okay, this is fine. Now see, alter field username or user registration, everything is done. Okay. I think already created model EMP, alter field username or user registration. Okay, this is something. Okay, this is in under a save data app. Okay, now we need to deal with only this one, migrations. Okay, this is fine. And next one is migrate. Python manage.py migrate. Okay, now the table is created successfully. See this one from the amp.001 initialization, it is okay. If any issues here, it will show like error, something like that. Now just open your MySQL. చాలా slow ఉంది ఈరోజు నా laptop. So first, we don't have any create option, right? For now, just we'll insert only one record in our database manually. Then we'll create one more view to create the forms. From there, we'll just insert the data and it will store in the database. Okay, for that, let's see. Just root user at the rate. So what is that DB name? Employee DB or like practice or sample? Which one? Yeah. Where is that settings? Employee data. Okay, fine. Employee data DB. Where is that employee DB? Okay, this one. So under here, you can just see save data. Where is that one? EMP. This one. See, just now we created, right? Employee data. This is the app name, and this is the model name we just created. From here, we'll just use this one. So just open the SQL query. Use database first. UAB data.db. So it is going to use that database. So now the database is inactive. Now just show, instead of show, just select the from, what is the table name? EMP data underscore EMP data. Okay, now see, the table is created, the schema, everything is fine. Now just going to insert some values manually. Insert into the table name and the values. Just give space and values. Here the ID will be there, right? So we have to give the first value ID 1 comma. I'll give myself name. Next employee sh dot in. Now this is fine, comma, what is the employee number? So 7654. It's okay. Now just create one record. Now just select the complete query and run that. Now okay, it has detected successfully. See, if you have any issues here itself, you can see, but it is not giving any message. One row affected. This is a message that means it has created successfully. Apart from that, if you see anything that is some error, now just select that query, run that. Okay, we have the data. Okay, now just go to overviews. Okay, now everything is fine. Now just run the server. We have done only two things, migrations and my migration. Okay, now just run the server. Python manage.py, run server. Okay, the server is up and running. That URL. Okay, now just see this difference and that one. Just copy, and what is that name? Yeah, read. No. Let's be. We will just here MP data. MP data slash. If you don't remember the URL names, just give that main things, and then you will see. Next one is again EMP data. Okay. Slash. See this previous normal HTML file, and when I render that HTML through Django, how it looks, right? Just getting the data. So this is how we can fetch the data from the database using these read operations. So we have done with this one, right? Okay, we are done with the get, right? Get is done. Okay, now let's try to create the create. This is a create app. So that means, sorry, create object. So now we'll just create one view for that. Okay, now for now I'll just stop this server because anyway, if I save any fields, it will refresh the file. Now just go to views. Now you just give only model one. Why? Because we are going to deal with only this model, right? So just leave it like this model is for now. Just create one view. For that, to create the object, that means create the record. So here, create emp data. I just pass the request. So here, guys, I want to tell you some difference after this one. I'll tell you that. Now here, before that, we have to create forms. Why? Because we have to create, like when you're giving the data, directly we can't give the models, right? So we have to create the forms. From forms, it will go to the models, then it will save in the database. The flow goes here. So now from employees, when you deal with this yes one directly, we can fetch from the models. But when you're working with the create, it will go to forms here, first of all. Under forms, so from here, it will go forms and it will save the data in the models and the database. That one we have to write. So now just create the forms. Before that, under your app, just create forms.py file. Okay, now forms. Okay, now here import one main thing. That is the import Django forms. Django import forms. Now just this is fine. Just create the class forms. Emp data form will give like this in forms. Okay, now yeah, just inherit the class. Why? Because we have to inherit anything. So that clean data, you guys remember that clean data always present inside this forms dot model form. So here forms dot model form. Why? Because now, sorry, where is something else? Model form, this one. Always going with this one. See, when I just selected model form, I'm getting class meta also by directly. Just getting the meta. Okay, this is fine. I don't want this one. Okay, close. Not from forms. Okay, fine. Now just created the class meta also. It is coming directly. Okay. Now inside this meta class, we have to pass two things. One is model name. So from which data model we need to fetch the forms, right? So we have to declare that model here. Just pass that variable, that is static variable model equals to what is the model name here? This one. So under models, we're just passing that name. Next, fields. How many fields? Suppose if you want to fetch only few fields, means we can declare that in the list format. Fields, fields, fields equals to, if you want to declare only few fields, we can just pass the like this. Or else if you want to deal with everything, just open that into all, just specify that all. Now it will work with all the fields. If you want to specify only particular fields, just give this in the form of list. In the list format, just pass the same column names inside that list. Just try that today, if possible today. Just do that. If not, we'll discuss on Monday. Anyways, we have to discuss while class views. Like now we're just dealing with the function views, right? On Monday, we're going to discuss class view. I'll tell that later. Now we're just creating a function. Okay, forms is done. Now just, okay. First of all, we have to import the model here from emp data dot models. Import the star. Okay, we're importing everything. Fine, because now emp data is fine. Okay, forms is done. Okay, just close that. Here. Now we have to create the form object because we have to render that, right? So here, form object, like emp form, just take that, emp form. This is the one object I'm taking. So from this object where I'm taking from the object from this forms only. Again, this one. First, we have to call this form. So how, just see that flow, how it is going. So when you hit this URL in this create function, right? So it will go to forms, then only it will go to model until there is no connection directly between this one. So we have to pass through the HTML page, right? That's why. So here We created forms. Okay, now make creation, that is object. So first import that forms from emp data dot forms. Import everything. Okay, now come here. What is the class name? Empty data forms. Okay, fine. Now just create an object. Now I'm not fetching the data. I'm just simply creating the object for the forms only. And now here, guys, remember yesterday when you working with the request, we are passing the post method, right, in the HTML page. So we'll just pass that. Before that, let me first render the HTML page. Then you will understand. Render. That, so here we need to pass three values. One is request, comma HTML page, comma my data. That is the dictionary. That is the form we have to pass here. So what is that form? So just take the any key name, emp. No, maybe you might confuse because here already we have object, right? If I pass the same thing, it will not difference actually. Em form will just give like this. So here under dictionary key value, we will pass that this one. This object will pass this one. Copy. So we are not pass this one. I'll tell you why means. Because that yesterday validations, right? Because of this one only we are getting error. I'll tell you why is that. So here, okay, we have just created. Let me create the HTML page. Then only we'll do this validations, everything. So here I'll open the my HTML. This is a folder under this one. Recreate emp data.html. This file will just create. Just copy that complete file name. Come here. Where is that? Yeah, here. Select that. Create .html page. Okay, fine. Now just where is the main HTML page? Just I don't want anything. Just copy this starting first files. Okay, select here. Employee creation. If you want to see the difference, the previous ones, the class name C, employee information. This one, this is the title, right? Okay. Now open the body and close it. One more thing, guys. I'll tell you why. What is this head and what is this body in HTML completely. Now here, you need to call the form method here because we need to pass complete data in the forms, right? So here, just open the form tag, form method always. So whenever you see any HTML page, if there is any form tag, the method always post only because we are sending the data. Either it could be read or login or anything. It's always post only. See here, method equals to post. Next was the form tag. Now form is created. Now just open the syntax, that one. So what is that view name, guys? So here, what is that key name? emp dot as paragraph. We'll just pass that. So next, first of all, we have to call always CSRF token. Because we have to send this data securely, right? Never ever forget that CSRF token. But now we are doing in manually in our local host only. There is no much difference. But while you're working in the real projects, you always to keep this CSRF token or it's like JSW token or like O authorization token. These are the multiple tokens we have. So CSRF token. Okay, this is fine. Okay, everything is good now. Just create. Now we have just to validate that. We need to save that data in the database, right? So here, just to add that logic, what is that? If request dot method, sorry, something has mentioned. Method is equals to post. Then only go inside of that one. So here we need to call one more object. That is, we have to pass the employee data forms. So here just open one more form, this one. I'll tell you what is the main difference, this form and this one. Form equals to emp data forms and what is that? So here we're just passing the request dot post. 1 second. So here main things. So whenever you just call this object, this one will create the empty form. But now next, whenever you see this one, empty.forms and request.post. So what is the data you pass through HTML? That complete data will be present instead of this request.post. Now that data are sending to this object. See this one. This one will create empty form only, but this one will create the form with along with the data. That one will validate and will save that into database. So now if you save this one means what will happen? It will save empty record only, right? There is no changes. But so through HTML, we're passing some data, take that one, just validate. Okay, everything is fine. So whether I've given all values or not. So then validate that one, then save it. Here, I've just created one object form. Okay. Now we have to validate that one. How validate? We have one built-in function that is valid of. So whenever the form dot is valid is there means it will verify that object has some data or not. It will just internally, it will validate. Is valid function will help you the form object have data or not. So here just take one option. That is the condition if what is that object? Form dot is valid of. So directly it will validate everything the object has data or not. If it is not there, then directly it will come this to this page, this render. So here next we have to save the document, the data, right? Once we are getting from the HTML page in this object, we have to save this data in the HTML page. Now form dot save function. Just use this one. Sir, you want to see what type of data we are passing and like how it is saving me? Just see here. In your case today, for small assignment for you, just use print form. Just print that one. So how we getting the data? Either you're getting the data in the form of dictionary or it's like object format. So now this is fine. Okay, now see what I've done. We just created one empty form. Okay, this is fine. And next we are just validating the request having this post method or not. So next, if it is correct, then it will come here. So it will get the data from this. What is that? From here, from this form, what are the data you entering? It will be stored here in this request.post. In this request, it will save, and we are sending that into form in this object. Now we are validating this form have data or not using this is valid function. Confusion, Raju? So we're just validating this object is empty or like have any data that using this valid function. We're just validating that. So next, if it is not empty, that means if it is correct, okay, we have some data, then it will go inside that, just save the data in the database. So how it is saving the database? See, through forms. So through various forms. From forms, we are calling this model, this database. See how it is going backwards. Okay, where is that? Views. Yeah, okay. Now fine. After saving, once you click on submit button, it should go back to the again same first page. This one. That means yesterday we have seen till only when clicking submit, it is showing the same page, right? But now I didn't want to see that. Whenever I create any user, when I click on submit, it should go to other page. That is login page, or it's like where I can see all the user records. That is employee details. That means here we have to call one special function that is called redirect. So redirect will help you to give, like suppose, now I want to go here in this read HTML page. I want to go to this page. We have to call this function. In the redirect function, we have to call this function name. So how it means, see. So here after if function, see here what I'm doing. After return redirect, we have to call this function. So we have to call this one. Sir, how we need to call means, yeah, see, from Django.shortcuts, we are importing render, right? So after that, just give comma and you import this one, redirect. Just now, here you need to pass the function, which function have displaying the user records, this function, right? So this one, see. This function, right, it's showing, right, this employee. So this one, we have to call that function, redirect. See, now done. One more thing, guys, I want to tell you. Here, when you're doing this one, here it is creating empty object. It is again rendering the free empty object, right? So that's why here you need to pass this object, the new object. Instead of passing the old object, pass the new object. That's why it is not validating yesterday. You guys remember validators equal to minimum length, maximum length. I was doing that one. So now we'll just add that one also. Let's see. Go to that models. Use the validators. Yesterday we have seen how to use validators in the forms, right? Now let's see how to use the same validators in models also. Here we can pass the validators. This variable, it will take the list, the minimum length and maximum length, right? Okay, now just first we have to import that from Django dot, from where we are importing that core. From core we are importing this validators. Okay, now instead of this list, just pass that validated dots minimum length. Minimum length is 5, comma, validators. Maximum length is, oh no, no, 20. What is the maximum length we are giving SQL? The same thing, so we have to give. Oh, sorry. Okay, fine. We have validated, right? The validators also we have added. Okay, now see. Yesterday, why it took me almost 2 hours to debug this one, guys, yesterday, because it's long back to I worked on this one, so that's why. Here, I'm just passing this empty form right here. That is the one main thing, it is not validating. Okay, now we just created one function, right? Okay, now create the URL for this one. Just comma, path, create data. I'll just give like this. Create EMP. Okay, create EMP slash. Now just pass that function name. What is that? Create EMP. Which is fine. So we have created function and we assigned the URL and we created the HTML page also. Okay, everything is fine. Now just run the server. CLS, sorry. CLS. Okay, now. Okay, I just use up arrow means it will come already. Okay. Okay, something is messed up. No, it's not required. Because already we have done right, so it's not required. Now it is showing ops.model.meta somewhere in the forms file. Class meta is there. Okay, here you need to give single quotation. It's not much required. It's not depend on that. Okay, let's see. We're importing the models. Okay, models forms dot model form. Everything is okay. Class meta. Model of fields equal to everything is fine. Now then emp.views. Okay, emp.views forms. Okay, let's see what's wrong with this. emp data dot okay, from moms నుంచి import చేస్తున్నాం. Okay, that post everything is fine. Okay, everything looks fine now. Okay, let's see and run the server again. Okay, under forms that model at py line 1 2 in fields for model ops that model dot meta. Okay, somewhere we are messing up with thing. This is fine. Create emp under models. Okay, this everything is fine. This is a small problem with this model. So guys, just see if I'm missing anything. Model form only, and model form we are just importing class. Okay, emp data forms. Okay, what is that? Emp data forms. Okay, everything is fine. Then what's wrong with this? See, what is the main problem with this? Include empty data. Okay, or else, oh, it's not, it's working fine anyways. Config model ECP level. Okay, 1 second guys. Exception Django main thread. It is model only. String object has no attribute as underscore meta. No, meta is mandatory because we are converting that model into meta format. Then only forms will take the data. So views is completely correct. Okay. Next request at phone is fine. Okay. Next under forms only there is small issue. Okay, let's see the previous one which we have done. EMP కాదు. Okay, okay, quotations here. Okay, sorry. You need supposed to give quotations to that. Okay, fine. Simple thing. We are making some things. Okay. Stop the server and just refresh it again. If any issue means just let's see. Okay, now it's see. It is working fine. Okay, now let's run the server again. Okay, now it's fine. Now, if I hit that URL, then only I can create the form, right? So I don't do that. So here I will create one more link, that is add employee. I'll just create that link here, and whenever I click on that link, it will go to the form. So if here if I just click that URL, that is create EMP, it will fetch that. But I don't want. I will assign that URL to one button. So here I will just give like add employee. So for that we have to do that in HTML page here. In this read HTML page, under here after table, just create one anchor tag. This anchor tag we have to create this one href equals to, it will take one URL, this one. So close that and add emp data. I'm just giving like this some name. So just close the anchor tag. Okay, see here in the href, you need to pass one different URL, guys. We have to pass Jinja syntax here. Earlier, just normal ways, where I can show you that. Okay, here only. Just see, one sec. This one is sample A, href equals to HTML, https slash, sorry, www dot google, sorry, google dot code dot in slash google slash A. Just see, I'm just saving it. Go in this normal HTML page, not Jotro Django. Here, see, you can see, right? This one. Here we are giving, just see, on the top, left side somewhere else, we can see that one. This showing the complete one. Okay. Anyways, so here you can see that one. The Google, see Google. When you hit this Google, it will take me to the other Google page. I think, but I'm not sure like why here it is not working. Okay. So this is. Oh, okay, correct. Sorry. Okay. Here I've opened the quotations here itself. Okay. Sorry. Okay, fine. Now see, when I just refresh this page, here you can see on the Google, see on the bottom, in the bottom, see we get seeing right HTML page. So this is, so instead of Google here, instead of Google, I will just give this create HTML, this link I will pass. But here statically we can't pass that. Through syntax, that is Jinja syntax, we can use, that is called URL. Earlier, you guys remember when I use include, we can include one HTML page into another ones. Instead of doing that, we can just simply pass that URL. So here I will just remove this one. Sorry. Here you need to open one Jinja syntax, that is curly braces, percentage, and curly braces. Now here you need to give special name, that is URL of. After that, in the like single quotations, you need to give one name. That name, just go to URLs here. What is the EMP name, right? So here after creating EMP, it will take one more parameter, that is called name. Here just give simply create. This name we have to give in that HTML page. So I'm just simply giving name equal to create of. Okay, now just go to that HTML page, pass that name. What is that? Create of. Okay, sorry, create of. Okay, now this is fun. So let's see. I think the server is up and running already. Okay, fine. Now just refresh the page. See, we are getting right. I think maybe it is touching that database only. Let me give one BR tag. That means break the line. The BR tag will help you to give some space between the table and the URL. See, now this one. Now, whenever I click on this one, it will take me to that page. So now this one is not working. Okay, now this one here we have to refresh, because here, right, this is the main Django file. Now just click on this one. Okay, somewhere something is messed up. Local variable form reference to before assignment. Okay. One second, something is messed up. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that views? Okay, sorry guys. Need to form this one. Okay, now you have to pass always this one here only. Then what's wrong with this? Before local variable form reference to before assignment. Submit this one or what? If I just give emp form, Let it be. Okay, it is coming. But how can validate that? We have to go like this only. Okay, let's see. Anyways, we are getting the form, right? Okay, where is the submit button? I forgot to add that. Okay, now just go here and in this form only, just create one more submit button. So for submit button, we are using, instead of button, we have multiple buttons we have, like tags in HTML. One is input, one is button. So we'll just use input tag only, because in this form, you guys remember this form, whenever I use eform.p, this one all taking like is the input only, right? So here I'm just pausing input type equal to submit. So after this submit, then pass the value of that one. So how you want to see the name of the button? So here I'll just see submit, or it's like create anything, or it's instead of create, let's see. Okay, now HTML page is done. I'm going to just refresh this page. Or else like just go to your previous page. This one, right? Okay, now here just refresh. Now when I just click on this one, see here on the top, it will change the, it will change the address also. So when I click and see, earlier it was like read data. Now it is employee. How means this one? Through this Django syntax. Sorry, Jinja syntax, not Django. This one, using URL of. So, sir, how it is fetching means, yeah, see, under URLs page, we have some name equal to create, right? It will fetch. So URL under your same EMP name. Suppose if your app doesn't have urls.py, then you have to call that project folder dot URLs. We have to give that one. So now because of this, what is that? Is this URL and our same app name both under same URLs only, right? That's why I'm just giving the same name. That's it. Suppose here, if you change that delete means we can just give that delete option here. So this is how we can, okay, now everything is fine. So the HTML page is up and running. Okay, let's me pass some data here. So ID, why you're not passing means the ID is auto-generated ones. So here, let me pass my names. Okay, I've given the same name like that. Okay, let's fine. empab@ab.in, emp number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, that's fine. Now just click on create. See, okay, sorry, it is in next page. Okay, so I should give that br tag. Okay, fine. See, now it has created, right? It has created one more tag. Okay, let me add that br tag. Sorry for that. Here, after whenever you create table data, just give br tag. So here, just give br tag. Okay, not here. Sorry, guys. At the end, last wherever you see the EMP, next line it will go. First, it will print one complete line. Then it will come to next line. Each line means how it will add means like see to the next Vijay next line ready next row and next email it like this, like line by line. Okay, now we are just given br tag. Okay, now see. Okay, something is messed up, guys. Sorry. ఎక్కడ 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 అంటున్నాను నాకు అర్థం కాదు. స్లాష్ ఉందంట. ఓకే, స్లాష్ ఇవ్వచ్చు మనము, అది వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, లెట్స్ సీ. లేదు, బియర్ స్లాష్ ఇవ్వచ్చు, అది ఎనీథింగ్, బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్. బట్ లెట్స్ సీ వేర్ వీ కెన్ రైట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఫర్ లూప్ ఇస్తే, లేకపోతే టీఆర్ లోపల ఇవ్వాలి. బట్ ఓకే, సారీ, ఇట్స్ మై మిస్టేక్. టీఆర్ ట్యాగ్ లోపల ఇవ్వాలి. ఫస్ట్ ఫర్ లూప్, సారీ తెలుగు ఐమ్ టెలింగ్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ ఫర్ లూప్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్, దెన్ ఓన్లీ వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ది టీఆర్ ట్యాగ్. దిస్ టీఆర్ ట్యాగ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు కీప్ ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫర్ లూప్. సారీ గైస్. Okay, now just here at the end, you can just give br tag. Just refresh. You're getting right? Now it's look good. So this is how you can create the data in your database and it is fetching the data. See now, how it fetching, see. So whenever the data is saved, now it is redirecting to this page. That is this main page we are getting where we are going. So when I clicked on submit, it is adding to the database and is again fetching the data and it is playing in this page, this employee data. So now if you want to create one more, just click on this one, just click on SLP and is SLP and SLP at the rate SLP.com and EMP is like something like that. Let's see. I'm just here again 3 letters only, but validate cell. Let's see whether it will work or not. Okay, it is still taking that. Okay, let's see. Anyways, because here yesterday I've done that, but here we need to pass the new object. What is the forms object we have, right? That one we need to pass here. Then only it will throw error. Okay, now this is fine. Now just click on it. Where is that? Yeah, it is not taking me to the previous page. Okay, see, when I've given 3 pages, okay, see, one more thing, guys. Here, after else, I'll just give one more thing, that is print form object. I'm just giving print dot errors. If we have any errors, it will print here itself only. So I just taking the page. Okay, just refresh that one. Continue. Okay, fine. SLP. Oh, sorry. Let me give SLP. Okay, instead of it should be good, right? It should video recording. Okay, dot in. Okay, it's fine. Okay, now just come here. See, we had 2 errors. Why, Missy? Assure this value has at least 5 characters. It is supposed to show on the HTML page only, but why it is showing here? Okay, this is so here you can use else statement and you can just print that form.errors. So it is not saving that one. That means in this one, in the form is valid, verifying that we have data, but we have some errors. That is called here. See, when I just print form.error, that is see, ensure this value has at least 5 characters. So which character? Which one? This one. Employee full name have at least 5 characters. When I used, see, in the models, I just validated that. That's why when you just click on submit, the data is going away, but still this one. Sorry? 6 characters I can give. Okay, that one I want to see. Okay. SLP, right? You were saying that. SLP. Okay, it is taking 5 characters only. Okay, that's fine. See, it is 5 only, but when I'm just trying to enter, see, it is not taking. Okay, SLP dot in. Next number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, something like that. I just click. See. So it is validating. Earlier, when I just giving only 3 characters, right? It was throwing error. Now see. This was previous ones. Now after that, see, first post it is coming. See, now this one I want to tell you. See, whenever I hit this view, first this view, it is going to get. Okay, now let me stop this one for now. Okay, now just stop this. Just run the server. See that after quit server, see here, next time we don't have anything, right? See, now I just refresh this page. Okay, now the page is refreshed. See this one, get. How means here we are just passing the method is get, that is retrieving the data from the database. And next one, whenever I click on this one, this URL, see on the bottom itself, it is showing right mp.createmp when I click on. So when I just click on, see, now here it is changing that get. Okay, still it is get only. But whenever if you pass some data and click on create, it will change that. Okay, let's see. Virat, okay, Virat Kohli. I'm a big fan of you, so that's why. KH dot in next 256, something like that. Okay. Just click on create. See, now it is added successfully. Now just come here. See, it is first post that. The request method is post. That means send the data to the database. And whenever fetching the data means it is giving the request name is changed. Get. Why means see this one. Using this read after save, it is okay. That is post is done. Next, when you clicked on redirect off, redirect means this one. This page only you need to open. That is home page or like login page, anything. So generally, if you go to any Facebook or like Instagrams, if you first register, there is the form always take post. Whenever when you click on submit, it will save the data in database. It will go to the login page because once if you created the user registration, right? Here we're just giving the read data only. Here we can give login page also something else. We'll do that later. One on Monday onwards we'll do that. So these are the 2 things which you have done today. So now post and request, right? Everything is good now. We got it. Okay, what's the time now? It's already 1 o'clock. Okay. So I thought to explain the other things too. One is delete and update. This is like little things only. But okay, we'll see on Monday. On Monday also, it start with the class views functions, like how we can create. Okay, any questions so far in these 2 things? Okay, then if you don't have any questions, then we'll wrap up this call for today and we'll discuss other things on Monday. That is like update and delete. Okay, guys. Happy weekend, and they will catch up on Monday. Bye.